to the East Orlando Chamber of Commerce Testimonial Tuesday. Every first Tuesday of the month, we go live to one of our wonderful chamber members to their location and get to know them a little bit more. My name is Rick Morris. I'm one of the ambassadors of the East Orlando Chamber, and we welcome you to Nuno's Cafe here in Avalon Park. We are sponsored today by Keiser University. This episode is brought to you by Keiser University, a leading higher education institution right here in Central Florida. Keiser University is committed to student success, offering programs that prepare learners for careers of today and tomorrow. From small class sizes to hands-on learning opportunities, Keiser makes educational personal, flexible, and career-focused. Learn more about how Keiser University is helping students achieve their goals at keiseruniversity.edu. And also today, it's sponsored by Camacho Photo and Cinema without JJ, where JJ can do the storytelling meets artistry, from striking photography to cinematic video. He captures the moments that matter most with style and precision. Again, we are here today in Avalon Park at a wonderful cafe called Nuno's Cafe, established in 2016. I am blessed to have with me Orit, Nuno's wife, and our dear friend Pam to join us. Obviously, if you do not know what about Nuno's Cafe, a couple months ago, sadly and unexpectedly, Nuno passed, and it's survived by his wife and 3 children and many dear friends and family. And we are here to honor and celebrate the life of Nuno and this wonderful cafe that if you've never experienced, you need to come down to Avalon Park. It's in the heart. If you're looking for a breakfast or lunch, there's really no better place to go right here. So welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining us. I know this could be difficult. We're going to honor his life. We're going to talk about the food and some experiences, and let's just make it as enjoyable and bring back the wonderful memories of what Nuno brings to everybody here. So, Orit, talk to me. So, Nuno was born in Portugal. He came here to America, and then he worked with you, Pam, right? With our Goodfellas, or did he started with Goodfellas?
No,
right? No.
He met as a customer. He came in as my customer.
He came in as your customer.
I became a customer here.
Really?
Yep. First time I met him, he walked in, and I was the owner, and I was walking around talking, and he's like, "You exude a lot of confidence." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, that was our meeting, our first meeting, and from there on, we were all great friends.
Oh, fantastic. So, in 2016, when you opened Nuno's Cafe, what was that like?
So we had recently moved from the New Jersey area and searching for a location, came here to the Avalon Park, and it just fit. Since Nuno was always about community and about just making everybody feel at home, we felt that the community here would welcome us greatly, and so we opened up. And from that moment on, he worked really hard to make Nuno's Cafe feel like home for all the guests.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of only chatting with him a couple times, but you walk in the door, it's like, have a seat, let's go, let's talk. What can I do for you? So in 2016, how old were the kids then? I mean, the kids at that point were pretty young.
Yes, my son was only 3, and my daughter was 7 when we moved here. So
that was a really daunting time to open up a restaurant,
yes,
have very young children,
yep,
and then you were doing another job, right, at that time?
I have a career job, so it was tough, but we made it work, and that's what made Nuno happy.
Right.
He loved serving people with his food. That's how he just connected with people, and he just wanted to make people's stomachs happy.
Right.
Food is a big cultural thing in Portugal, and it's how you live essentially around the table. So for him, it was just his passion for his life. He's been in the restaurant business for more than half his life, and he always said that he wouldn't want to wake up doing anything else.
Did he always want to? Okay, so his restaurant experience, his chef experience, was he doing something like this before, or did he goes, let's do breakfast, let's do lunch?
He worked in fine dining for many, many years.
Oh, okay.
In New York, he started even in the restaurants while he still lived in Portugal. But when he moved to the States, he worked in fine dining predominantly. And then when we had our daughter, our first child, he said, "I can't work every night. I miss my baby."
Right, right.
So we had a restaurant down on the Jersey Shore, and that was the first time he experienced breakfast. We bought a breakfast and lunch cafe down over there.
Okay.
And it was challenging to go from working nights to working mornings, and for almost an entire year straight to get the place up and running. He worked in the mornings at the new cafe, and he went straight to work at night.
At the fine dining restaurant?
Yes,
Oh,
because,
jeez.
you can't just open up a restaurant and
No.
have it go. So he worked very hard. He was a very hard worker. I just love that about him. He put his passion and soul into everything he did, and he worked very hard for his family.
Yes, he did. When he decided, so you came down here and he's trying to put together the menu for Nuno's Cafe. Was that a similar, what was up in New Jersey, on the Jersey Shore?
He took some things from Jersey, so you could see if you've been here before. We have a little bit of Jersey, a little bit of Portugal, and then a little bit of, even from his Italian fine dining experiences. He kind of mixed everything together and came up with this eclectic menu that he just was very proud about. He always told his chefs in the kitchen, presentation means a lot. You eat with your eyes.
Right.
So he focused a lot on that. If you see something that looks great, you know it's going to taste great. So.
Yeah. Right. So Pam, when he opened up in 2016, what was your thoughts? He was like, is this the right thing to do, or?
I thought it was great.
Right.
I knew he could do it. That's what his passion was, and it took off right away. There was no question about it.
Yeah, I can't even remember 2016. That's 9 years ago. So I know it was here, but was business did it take off immediately, or did it have to build, let people know what was going on?
It had to build. I mean, there was a place here previous to us owning it.
Right.
So, and it's in a location where there are other restaurants, so people would see that we were here, but at the same time, we weren't open at night, so we had to just get the word out that, there's a new breakfast place. Open
right.
up and just reach out to the community. Nuno was, he always worked with the community. He partnered with the schools. He partnered with all the local sports clubs. He would, put
Anybody, basically.
Everybody.
Yeah, well, at that point, I'm part of the Rotary Club. And what was so funny is that we would come Wednesday morning, and I know he would get here earlier to make our breakfast and then bring it over. And I don't know how many people he actually thought was in the Rotary Club, but the amount of food he would bring over. And I think he knew that we do donate what we don't eat to the firehouses in the area, so that maybe he made extra. I don't know. But I'm like, when I walk in, I go, do we have 100 and some people eating here today? I mean,
That's Nuno.
Yeah, that was
He
Nuno.
cooks for probably double or triple. There could never be not enough food.
Well, there was never small portions on
Yes.
my plate on that stuff. We are here on Testimonial Tuesday at Nuno's Cafe in Avalon Park, part of the East Orlando Chamber. We got some events coming up on October 15th. The On the Move Orlando's Evolving Transportation Landscape, sponsored by the Orlando Law Group. It's October 15th from 11:30 to 1:15. Check on the Chamber website for more information. And again, Kaiser University isn't just about classrooms and degrees. It's about your support every step of the way with dedicated student services, academic advising, career guidance. Students have the tools they need to succeed both academically and professionally. Whether you're just starting your college career or looking to advance your career, Kaiser University provides the resources to help you thrive. Check them out at kaiseruniversity.edu. And whether it's a wedding or a corporate event or a community celebration, Camacho Photo and Cinema has the talent and experience to bring your story to life in a way that feels cinematic and timeless. So, can you describe the atmosphere of the guests that when they walk into Nuno's Cafe? What do you know? I mean, you got the New York vibe and all that. But what do you think that when people come in, what's their first reaction? Do you usually get on?
So Nuno was very adamant about making people feel welcomed and important. And his motto is, you walk in as strangers, but you're going to leave as friends, and then even as family. I mean, we've become very close with a lot of people that we've met through Nuno's Cafe, and he always wants people to come to a place that feels like your home.
Yes.
And make people feel important and loved, and just, you're not coming to a place just to eat and leave. You're coming to have conversations. Customers meet other customers. Now we all go out as friends and this, and
Right.
so it's a place to love, and that's really what it boils down to.
And I'm sure you have your regulars that come in every day, and do they usually get the same thing, or do they try different parts of the menu and so forth?
From what I've seen lately, they get the same thing.
The same thing?
Yeah, because I'm always like, try something. Nope, I don't try
Nope.
anything. Okay.
They have their day, and maybe eat it 3 times a week.
Well, let's talk about breakfast. What's like the number one thing that everybody has to get here? What would that be? What's the most popular? Well, let's go with the most popular
I
choice.
think the French toast.
I got the French toast is
I
yeah
personally
that
think the
If
French
you
toast.
like sweet, you're gonna love the stuffed French toast. We have cannoli stuffed French toast. We have.
well yeah it is sweet, boy. I'll tell you
Yes.
what, you gotta watch your sugar count after that one. But it's delicious.
It's delicious. You can't get that anywhere. And like you mentioned before, the portions are large size. So a lot of people take half for now, half
Oh,
for
yeah.
later.
You have to have the control to stop eating. That's one of the bigger issues with that. So
Yeah, I would say if it's in front of you, you're just probably gonna eat it.
All right. So after the French toast, what comes in at maybe a close second? What's the other? What's the go-to breakfast item?
So what I've seen personally, much better than the bagelini.
The bagelini.
I see bagelinis flying out of here.
Bagelini is definitely a top one.
For those that don't know what a bagelini is, could you describe what a bagelini is?
So it's basically a bagel sandwich pressed in a panini press.
Okay.
And that's the best way I could
So it's an egg, maybe bacon and ham, or
You can custom make
nice
if
good.
you want something on there, but most of them are egg, ham,
Bacon,
cheese.
egg, and cheese, or
Okay.
ham, egg, and cheese. But the bagels are fresh, baked daily, and so you're getting a really nice fresh bagel with egg sandwich that is pressed in a panini, and then you have the homemade home fries on the side, the potatoes.
Those are
So
my favorite. I have my home fries.
And what makes the home fries? Is there a special recipe, or just the way they cook them, or
It's both.
it is?
It's the flavoring and the way that they are cooked. They are always perfect.
I mean, they're made fresh, so you're starting with the full potato and cook from there. So they're just everything is homemade here.
You said the bagels are made? Are the bagels made here, or are
They're
you going
made
out
there-
shopping?
They're not made from scratch here,
Right.
but they're finished being made here.
Oh, okay.
They're finished baked here.
Okay.
Yes, they're made.
Wow, that's fantastic. So, was it? I mean, I don't know if all chefs, but I know that you like to buy certain places. Was there a certain place that he would find that's where I want to get that product from for the ingredients and all that? Is there?
He had a lot of distributors. He
Sure does.
He wanted to share. He didn't want to just order from one place. Everybody came in. Oh, we want your business, and he just was like that. He would even order one thing from one just so that he gave them a little bit of business.
Wow,
Like, he
okay.
is just, he has a heart of gold, or he had a heart of gold. So
It's still there. It's still in our hearts. So, I know he's a sports fan. So let's transition to something fun. What was his team or teams?
for baseball, it's Mets all the way. So he would talk about the Mets. He first came to the States, and it was the '86 Mets that won the World Series.
Yep.
And that's how he became a Met fan and never stopped, even though that was the only time they've ever won. And he would talk about this is their year, and
Right.
and there's a lot of New Yorkers here, so
Well, I know, yeah,
Mets,
that-
Yankees,
yeah.
Mets, Yankees, and then Giants was football, but first and foremost, his love is soccer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
European, so soccer is his.
What was his team?
He had.
I mean, besides the Portugal.
Yeah,
and,
local soccer team is Sporting, and that's the local team, and then obviously the Portugal team that played in the European Cup and the World Cup. So Ronaldo was his absolute.
I was going to say, there's
favorite.
only a couple really good players to root
Most
for.
people would not know, but no, everybody knows Cristiano Ronaldo. So,
Right.
Yeah, that was for sure his number one sport. He played soccer growing up, and he just loves soccer.
Yeah, it's too bad he's an ugly man, Ronaldo. I mean, it's just he's a poor guy. He
Yeah.
suffers that curse right there. So let's move on into lunch. We're going into lunch now. Well, we can talk brunch too. I mean, is there a difference between? Do people come here like on for the brunch kind of element, or is it lunch?
Well, we serve breakfast and lunch all day long.
Right,
So
so-
if you have a table of 4, you can have a couple people having breakfast and a couple people having lunch, which is basically brunch.
Someone outside was having a couple folks were having it looks like some
Yes.
French toast, and then the one gentleman looked like a BLT. And all that stuff. So.
I mean, some people eat burgers at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And we will serve
With the
that.
home fries, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have mimosas, so people come in for that. You can sit outside and enjoy the beautiful lake view.
Yeah, you do have a beautiful view. Yeah, you can't see it here, but there's a beautiful lake with a little fountain that blows up
Right.
there, and you got a great spot if you want to watch the fireworks here. There's a lot of great activities that
prime
go
time for
prime
that.
time, prime time for that. Do you, since I don't mean to transition to that, but do you guys open for like those special events when they're here? Because Avalon Park does a lot of unique things and all that. Well,
So we haven't opened for all of them, but we've opened for some of them. And if you look back in some photos, you see Nuno, myself, the kids, everybody was helping out. We would do the wine walks. My son would help serve. My daughter would help, this. So it's definitely a family business, and that's where the heart comes from. And I think that's when you're at a good homey place.
yes, absolutely. Well, let's transition. The kids, do they work here, or do some of them work here, or?
They would help out.
They would help out?
My daughter's 16, so she would sometimes come and host us here.
Right.
My son is a little younger, so he would help me if I was helping out on the weekends.
Right, right.
They know how to do everything, really.
Right.
I mean, not in the kitchen per se, but they can pretty much serve. They could host. They could bus. They could know how to work the computers. So.
Good help to have
Yeah.
around there. So, all right, go on. Another weird transition. We'll go back to lunch. So, what's the number one lunch at? Is it the burger, or is it
The paninis.
the paninis? So regular panini, the
Yeah,
normal.
going back, we have a panini called Nuno's Panini.
And what is a Nuno's panini? What was that?
We have it's ham, turkey, baby arugula, avocado on a panini press with cheese, and then we have Orit's panini, Orit's favorite
I think
panini.
that's the best seller.
That's obviously my favorite. It's named after me.
What was yours?
That's grilled chicken,
Okay.
fresh mozzarella, roasted peppers with either a balsamic glaze or a pesto mayo.
Oh, wow.
And then it's pressed in the panini press and on a nice long panini bread. So
Okay.
we have a variety of things, and in addition to the menu items, we always serve specials on the daily. So
Right. So the paninis are the number one thing, and you got a couple of the sandwiches named after both of
Yes.
you. And any loyal customer possibly could get, their own panini, or is that an option sometimes?
I don't know.
You guys could you can make it into a competition, who eats here the most for the next month will get their own.
You never know what could be up and coming.
There's special menus, that's where that could come into play.
It could come into play on the specials. We could actually people could pretty much. Nuno would make anything he wanted.
Okay.
I have to say that. So it's gonna still be like that. People would come in and say, "Oh, you don't have this today, but can we have it?" Yes, for sure, you can have it.
That sounds
I
good.
didn't hear when somebody asked for something, he didn't, and he ran to Publix.
Oh, really?
Get it so that he could come back and make it for them. That's just,
That's how he rolled. Well, you can join us for great lunch adventures right here at Nuno's Cafe at 12:30 today. Come on by. We're at Nuno's Cafe in Avalon Park. Are you thinking about going back to school? Well, or maybe starting your education later in life? Maybe like me. Kaiser University is designed to fit your lifestyle with flexible scheduling, online courses, and personalized support. Adult learners and non-traditional students can pursue their goals with compromising work or family commitments. Explore your options at kaiseruniversity.edu. And if you want your photos that pop and films that feel like big screen, trust Camacho Photo and Cinema. Learn more and see their work at yourself at CamachoPhotoandCinema.com. Again, this is Testimonial Tuesday. My name is Rick Morris. We're live right here at Nuno's Cafe in Avalon Park. Coming up in the East Orlando Chamber is the Connect Her, a celebration of women's health, mind, body, and soul. Let's lead well, starting with you. It's December 4th, 2025. Of course it's 2025. We got already wrapping up the year here. But it's 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. So, since you've been here in 2016, is there a couple highlights that you want to, that maybe whether Nuno or the family or the community, what are some of the highlights maybe that you can talk to us about from 2016 to today? Is there anything out there that really stands out, like a super fun event that you had here, or a special moment happened inside here?
We've had quite a few, but in the past, I would say year, Nuno started doing dinners, and that was a big event. He showed some of his skills that he has that he doesn't get to show, for breakfast and lunch. And we had some dinners, which was really special, open up to the community. But I think any event that Nuno did with the community was always good. You mentioned the Rotary Club, but he would also open up at night to do events for the bowling team and raise money for the Timber Creek bowling team. He would open up for some of the sporting teams, and any proceeds would go to them. So I feel like that was just showing his heart and his love for the community, and I think that's what's special about the past years.
Right, Timber Creek High School, obviously, being so close and supporting that. I know I've seen multiple events and so forth, people come here and rallying around that as well. I mean, you see the name all over the place, so hence he gave back, and over and over and over again. So moving forward, so as far as Nuno's Cafe, do you see it just continuing as a breakfast lunch, or do you think it would expand to dinner at some point, or what do you believe, or just keep it solid way it is?
so I see it staying the way it is, but there's a very great possibility we're going to be expanding into some dinner hours. Maybe not every day, but
Right.
we'll be doing some different things coming into the future.
Okay, and so it could be longer days and all that, and then bring in,
We have a lot coming.
a lot of
Nothing
coming.
will change. The menu will be the same. It'll
Right.
be the same quality, ingredients, and everybody be welcome through the
Same
door.
distributors, even if it's the one item from that guy and this girl gets this
Right,
and all that
everything
stuff.
will stay the same. We're just going to tweak a few little things here and there.
Okay, well, that's exciting. Okay, so something
Continue to
to,
make them proud.
of
So
course.
that's what we
Well,
wanna do.
yes, we want to definitely keep the spirit and keep this beautiful place alive and well, and have everybody come down here and just it's great to have restaurants like this in our community, so that we know that we can go to that. Nothing against the chain restaurants, but come on, this is home. When you walk in, you feel
That's
feel
what
loved,
we know.
and
We know
then
mom and pop. We don't know the big corporate restaurants.
right. Okay. All right. Well, Ladies, thank you so much for being here. Oh, catering. You guys do catering. So before I'm running out of time here, so let's talk real quick about catering. What do you guys do? Everything?
Everything. Anything you need from 2 people to 500 people, we got it for you. Whatever
Wow,
you need.
500 people.
Whatever
You can knock it out.
We can knock it out.
All right. So, what's the best way to contact you for catering? And is there a number? What's the number to call?
The phone number is 407-930-3080. Most likely you'll get Josephine on the line and she'll take care of you. And we're at 12,001 Avalon Lakes Drive, Suite G in downtown Avalon Park. You can always stop in, place your order in person. We have our website, nunoscafe.com. We have multiple ways to get in touch with us.
All right. Well, that's wrapping it up for today. Again, Rick Morris with the East Orlando Chamber, one of your ambassadors. We've got a lot of great events, but thanks to Kaiser University for sponsoring us, JJ Camacho for taking care of the video and sound. We have the ultimate culinary celebration coming up with the Chamber, the East in the Feast. The Feast in the East. And every Wednesday of the month from 5 to 7, Rock and Brews. It's the Next Level Real Estate and Trades Network. Until next time, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.